Hi good people, my name is Novelyn Chirabo and welcome to yet another edition of a Money Motivation. Today I want to share with us tips on how to attract more of the things you desire in your life. Now, we all have those things that we desire, but sometimes we're going through a phase where everything you desire seems to run away from you and everything you don't desire seems to be following you up. Well, I have been through a season like that in my life where it seemed like everything I wanted repelled me and everything I repelled was attracted to me. And so the question is, how do you change that cycle in your life? How do you begin to attract more of the things you desire in your life instead of the reverse? The thing about human beings is that we are almost like magnets. It's been said that we attract who we are. So the thing about changing what you're attracting in your life is changing who you are. In essence, whatever you're attracting in your life is a reflection of who you are. In simple terms, what you attract in your life is a reflection of what's going on the inside of you. Now, many times for many of us, we don't stop to think what's going on inside. We are so focused on what's going on around us. We're so focused on what's going on without us that we lose track of what's going on inside. However, if you first of all change what's going on inside, then you begin to attract the right things in your life. So if you don't like the things you are attracting in your life, maybe it is high time for you to start changing what's going on the inside. So there are two levels of attraction. So one is the internal and one is the external. So at the internal level, what are some of the things you can do to begin to attract the right things? Whatever we attract in our lives is based on these three things. One is your thought process. What are you thinking? As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Whatever your thoughts are, that's the manifestation you're going to see in your life. If you think more of negative things, you're going to see more negativity in your life. If you think more positively, you're going to see more positive things in your life. And one way to change your thought process is to read and get enlightened about how different people think, get exposed, interact with positive people, and that is going to trigger your thought process for you to begin to think in a way that aligns with the things you want to attract in your life. The second thing about changing your internal settings is to change your expectation. What do you expect out of life? There was a season in my life where I expected bad news and negative things. As much as I wanted positive things to happen in my life, my expectation was prone for negative things. Now, expectation is so powerful. It's what we call faith in the Christian circles, and it can attract. Your faith manifests. So whatever it is you believe, because it forms your conviction, whatever you're so convinced about is bound to manifest in your life. So what are you expecting in your life? For you to change your manifestation, for you to change the things you're attracting, you need to change your expectation. Begin to expect that good things are going to happen to you. Expect good news, expect goodness, expect kindness, expect everything beautiful that you want in life, and you are going to begin to see those things manifest in your life. And the third thing about changing your internal process is your confession. There is power in confession. There's power in words. And as you confess, you will also see the manifestation therein. And the critical thing about confession is that we speak from the abundance of our hearts. So if you want to know what's going on in your heart, listen to yourself. You will know what's going on in your heart. And for you to change what's coming out of your mouth, because words have power, words give birth to manifestation, words actually create the world, create what we see around us. So begin to confess positive, begin to think right and confess positive. The thought process and your confession go hand in hand. You can't change your thought process and then your confession doesn't change. The two have to go hand in hand. If you're thinking right, then you're going to speak right. So by checking on what's going on at these three levels, your thoughts, your expectations, and your confession, you can begin to change it, alter it, so you can begin to attract more of the things you desire in your life, and you will see positive manifestation. The second level of changing your expectation is basically the external level. Now, the external has a lot more to do with your interaction with other people, because at the end of the day, we were never created to live as islands. We were never created to live in silos. So we live with people. Relationship is core to who we are as human beings. But how do you relate? How are you showing up? How do you come across? Because at the end of the day, how you show up is also going to determine what you attract in your life. So the thing about changing your external settings is first and foremost to actually be generous. Embrace the attitude of generosity. There's so much power in generosity, because you see, all of us as human beings, we want to be around people who are generous. Now, generosity is not about material things or just money. Generosity is an attitude. You can be generous with what you have, your skills, your talents, your expertise, your networks, your connections. You can be generous, but it requires you to be intentional, to choose to show up as a generous person, to choose to share. And the more you give, it comes back to you. So that's how you begin to attract more things. Give and it will come back to you. So be generous with whatever you have. Be willing to step out of your comfort zone and help people and go that extra mile, and trust that what you make happen for other people is going to happen to you. The second thing you can do in changing your external settings is to be of service to other people. Now, the quickest way for you to attract favor, for you to attract goodness and kindness from other people, is provide solutions. We all want to be around somebody that is willing to help us find solutions. We have enough problems. So we're looking constantly, consciously or unconsciously, looking for people who are problem solvers. So when you set yourself up to be a problem solver, to be of service to other people, you are going to attract more of the things you desire in your life. The thing about serving others is that every time you offer a service, you make the other person feel indebted to you. It's human. It's natural for all of us. When somebody does something nice for you, you kind of feel indebted and you want to do something nice in return for them. And that's how you begin to create the ripple effect of people being generous with you, or people being kind to you, or people going out of their way to help you, because you set the momentum. And whatever you give is going to come back to you. So be generous, be of service. And the last thing you can do in changing your external settings is to be intentional about adding value to other people. Value addition is powerful. It's magnetic. It's going to attract those things that you so desire in your life. So whenever you meet people, purpose to say, whoever I meet is going to live better than they were when they met me. And it doesn't have to require so much. You just have to be intentional. You have to be more focused on the other person in front of you and thinking, how can I be of value? How can I be of help? What can I do that can make their life better, that can ease their burden, that can help them find a solution? When you add value to people, inevitably people will always come your way. They will always refer other people to you, and in so doing, you will get more opportunities. Doors will open before you. You'll get to meet more people, and in so doing, you will attract the things that you desire. So for you to change the things you're attracting in your life, you need to change your internal wiring, as well as to change your external context. So 3 things you can do internally is change your thought process, change your expectation, and begin to confess right. Confess the things that you desire to see in your life. And then externally, choose to be generous. Purpose to be of service to other people, and in every situation, be a value adder, not somebody that takes, but somebody that gives. And remember, whatever you give is going to come back to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. That generous soul never runs out. So when you purpose to add value to other people, value will always come your way, and opportunities will chase you down. Hope that has been beneficial for you. I am happy to keep the conversations going online. Have a blessed day and a blessed week.